Good evening to DeFiChain News on the 4th October 2023, the news show that provides you with the latest updates on DeFiChain project. If you like the show, then let's go crazy on the like button. It helps the project. Subscribe and click the bell button. And stay until the end because we will discuss the next shows and dates. Afterward, we also have some time to answer your questions, so please put them here in the chat. But before we start with the headlines, I would like to welcome my co-moderator and expert of DeFiChain, Lord Mark. Hopefully with the right scene and visible. Yes.
Drum roll.
How are you?
Fantastic. Good. Everything
Great.
working. See, the English news show is just perfect. We had a couple of little hiccups in the German, like always.
Like always, right? And now we are prepared for a wonderful news show, I would say.
Exactly. Nothing should go wrong, but never say never. Let's knock on wood. Let's hope that things go right. DC,
Okay.
we
Should we
prepared a
jump
lot
in
of
the
stuff.
headlines?
Yes,
Yeah,
let's do that.
It's a long show. So let's start with headlines. Now, the first topic is we will talk about the current DFIPs to strengthen our dToken system and the DEX. For sure, we have an update about DeFi MetaChain, what happened in the last week. A warning and awareness call for you. We will tell you what's behind it. Notable mentions, community projects and the updates as usually, and the future dates at the end, like said before. With this, Mark, we said our dToken system is the headline because we heard some voices saying it's now dead. No, it's not dead. It's still alive and it should be better in future. So what's behind?
Absolutely, DC. Yeah, a lot of people say no, it's unusable. This is not working. It's completely opposite. I think we've seen in the last couple of weeks a real revival of the dToken system and especially of the DEX trading. We have to thank also a team that is behind that. The DEX trading master team had a couple of competitions and they really make good use out of the dToken system. And I say that every week. I love the idea because it brings the original values back to DeFiChain. dTokens, unique selling proposition here in the crypto space. But let's go a little bit back to the basics. So we have a DEX, a decentralized exchange. Why do we need decentralized exchange? Because we want to trade our dTokens. Okay, I think that's understood so far. Now, how do you trade dToken? You need pools. These pools have 2 tokens normally, right? And somebody has to provide these tokens. So why would somebody provide these tokens? These are so-called liquidity providers. They do this because they earn money in providing their tokens. Otherwise, they would put them somewhere else to earn some yield or something like this. That's a pretty cool concept. Normally, there are 2 ways how you can earn yield on a liquidity mining pair. This could be rewards coming out of the block rewards or could be so-called real yield swap fees. If there's no real yield, if there are no rewards, liquidity provider would take the money and go somewhere else. So we have to keep them on the exchange. So liquidity providing is a very important service that they provide. But on the other side, the liquidity providers are actually there that people trade. So it's kind of a cat and mouse game, right? You need liquidity providers to have liquidity, that the traders come, that the traders generate fees to pay the liquidity provider. So we have to start somewhere. That's why in the beginning you have a lot of rewards that people come in and then the real yield has to take over. Now we have the problem that we have a couple of pools that are kind of untradeable because they're pretty small. What happens if a pool is very small? If somebody makes a bigger trade, the pool ratio shifts and you have this formula in the background. If you want to trade a larger amount, you get a bad price, right? So that's why you want in general larger pools to be sure that the trade is in a certain frame, that you pay a certain amount, a certain price for it. So there's a team behind the DEX trading masters. They not only do DEX trading, they also want to make the DEX a little bit better. And the ticker council that you were part of, and Kügi and me and a couple of other very well-known people here on the DeFiChain team, we said, okay, we want to give it back to the community. We introduced a lot of dTokens, but now it's time to kind of clean the house. And they said, let's do that. We have a couple of great ideas. So let's talk maybe a little bit about what the DFIPs want to do and why I personally think that's a really great idea. So the first DFIP is all about adding a couple of new assets. We haven't been adding assets for quite a while because liquidity was kind of going down, and we said more dTokens would be kind of counterproductive. So what they want to do is they want to introduce a couple of really cool new dTokens, a couple of new ETFs and short ETFs, and especially dTokens that we don't have on the DEX. For example, something in the travel sector and some pharmaceutical companies, but also these short ETFs. What's pretty cool, because traders like these things, and we need assets that traders like, because only if traders like the dToken, then they're gonna trade. So it's another kind of a vicious circle, or kind of a self-enforcing kind of loop here. What they also want to do is they want to get rid of pool pairs that are not really attractive for trading. First of all, maybe something like Credit Suisse that is not traded anywhere else anymore, but we still pay rewards to people in the liquidity pool. Makes kind of no sense, right? On the other side, we have a couple of doubles where we have like ETFs that kind of are similar to another one. We want to get rid of these doubles that we really, for example, go with ETFs that have like kind of a unique portfolio. So they want to bring in new ones. They want to get rid of some old ones. And getting rid of the old ones is not so easy, but what you do is you reduce the rewards. The normal liquidity providers also go out, and then they kind of finance themselves by the fees, by real yield. So this is the second step what they want to do. And the third step is they also want to reallocate their rewards. So the rewards, they don't want to touch any rewards from crypto pools or from staking or whatever. It's just what is in the dToken system already allocated for the dTokens. They just said they also don't want to do everything new, what I really like. They said the idea that we had was actually pretty good. They just want to tweak it a little bit. We had two factors. One was implied volatility. The other one was trading volume. And they take these two, recalculate the rewards, and just weight them then in a little bit different way. So that's the first proposal all about. I think it's a really good evolution of what we've started. And yeah, guys, all the mastodons out there, check it out, show them some love. It's in the green at the moment. It's thumbs up that it gets oh, see, I shouldn't put my thumb up. that's always the problem. And the best is I'm frozen on all my screens now. Good. Even here. It's unbelievable. Okay, then we're gonna do it.
You don't know how to disable it.
I have no idea. That's a bug. That's a bug in the software. Okay, guys. Very intelligent expression of Lord Mark here. You have to deal with this for the next 20 minutes. I'm so sorry. So the idea is, sounds like a voiceover, the man in the background. So that's the first proposal. The second proposal that they have up for voting, and that's until 18th of October, is an additional DFIP that actually should do a reallocation of the rewards every couple of days. So to be precise, every 90 days, every 3 months. Makes complete sense. Pools and interest in certain assets shift, and they just want to reallocate the rewards every couple of months. It's actually a pretty good idea, because then the whole system stays kind in motion. If things are not changing, then liquidity provider profits sit there, get their rewards, nothing is happening, traders are not interested. And what I've learned, what I didn't know, a trader wants volatility and a trader wants a lot of volume, because then they can make money. And traders are not trading for fun. They normally want to trade because they want they want to make some profits. This here don't look happy, but it's even worse. And there now it says error making ISO recording. I don't know. I hope the thing is not gonna crash. I'm back. And frozen again.
Okay.
But it looks better than before, right? Okay, good.
Fantastic. A little bit better.
A little bit better. Good. Okay, guys. So that's about the two DFIPs. Please check them out and vote for them. And then there's a third DFIP that we have. You mentioned it before in the German update already. There was a special DFIP about DUSD staking. It was approved. And it's 100% DUSD looped vaults. And this is going to be implemented with the next hard fork. Yo, check that out. It's also on DeFiScan.live. All the details. It's about opening vaults, putting DSD as a collateral, mining DSD with loans, repeating step 2 and 3. So it's in some way you can loop your DSD one time, if I understood this correctly. Good.
Yeah.
DC, so much about the
Thanks.
DFIPs
Yeah.
and the D-tokens.
Great summary. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
And you
not dead,
see,
right?
it's not dead. Yeah. There's something happening. Everything is on the native layer. Right? It's not meta-chain, where for sure the one or other project will also use our dToken and build on it. That's our more or less old dToken system, and we are just moving to the next step. You make it even worse if you are playing in the background.
Okay, that was not so great. Okay.
Too many marks.
I have no freaking idea. Let's continue. It doesn't help.
Let's jump to the second topic. Meta-chain. It's usually our second topic in the news show. Tell us what happened in one week.
I think the main topic on DeFiChain at the moment is everything around dTokens for a couple of weeks already. But that's fantastic. Okay. DeFi MetaChain is also not dead. Developers are working very hard on it. Beta 14 was released. We thought Beta 10 is going to be the final one, but now we're on Beta 14. We already say testing is good. And yeah, a couple of things get broken all the time. And the testing, we want to mention a couple of people here like Bernd and Kügi. They're doing a fantastic job and finding new stuff. Core developers then kind of counter and update the code. So that's why we're on Beta 14 already. We hope we're getting closer to a RC, to a release candidate in the next couple of days. And then we're going to go live on the main testnet. So let's see. It's going to stay interesting. Then I want to remind you that there's a fantastic spreadsheet out there, DMC project overview created by my co-moderator DC here, where you find all these projects. If your project is missing, please reach out to DC and like I always say, send him all the information that he doesn't have to play the little detective here and figure everything out. Projects that are hopefully in there already is DeFiChain's domains. They had a X space that was organized by the birthday research team under the Spotlight program. Links in the show notes. Then eBox, they launched their service on DeFi Chunky testnet. If it's still there, we don't know. There was rollback. They provide a couple of services. One is safe sending. Another one is OTC trading. Safe sending seems to be only correct recipients can retrieve. Senders can cancel anytime. That's pretty new for me. And the OTC trading possibility, no third parties needed through a smart contract. So that's going to be very interesting. Check out, there's also a tweet that for sure DC is going to put in the show notes. OpenDeps Cloud, they have a nice new overview, how far they are with the mainnet integration. Yeah, check it out also on Twitter, links in the show notes. Jellyverse was encountering some challenges in getting JellySwap up and running on the DMC testnet. I'm sure they're going to solve that pretty soon. The team has a close communication with developers and working diligently to resolve things quickly. Link is in the show note. And just for our team, we recorded 2 videos when the guys were here over in Singapore about why does the DMC need a liquidity aggregator. As a German and the English version. Check out the videos. We're going to put them also in the show note. Everything explained in under 3 minutes in a nutshell. So very easy to understand. DC, so much about DeFi MetaChain updates.
Thanks a lot again. And yeah, a lot of things are happening in 1 week. And let us see what is happening now and tell you next week in the news show. Then a point in our news show which was there some time ago, normally in bull markets. And now again, awareness call or warning. Tell us.
Yeah, that sounds so dramatic. We had that actually, like you said before a little bit. So it's always, in some way, it's a bad story. On the other side, it's a good thing. Or let's put it like that way. It's always bad when money got stolen. Some bad actors, they impersonate moderators or impersonate other community members and try to ask for private keys. People ask in the support chat, hey, I have a problem. Then somebody replies and says, hey, I'm a moderator, can I help you? Then people hand over their DAT file. where the database, the blockchain database is stored, or give them even worse, or is about similar, the 24-word seed phrase. So these things should not be done. Be very, very careful. Moderators would never ask you for that. They will always guide you to do it on your own computer. Be very, very careful. Scammers and bad actors are out there. The positive thing is, if this happens, normally there's attention on DeFiChain, so that means more people learn about DeFiChain, but nevertheless, this shit should not happen. Please be very careful. There's nothing what we can do or what the devs can do. If the coins left your wallet, the coins are gone. That's the problem with cryptocurrencies and blockchain. So be very, very aware. Also, don't open connections to terminal connections. Let anyone play around on your computer or something like this. This can be very, very dangerous.
Yeah. And to make it really clear, this happened the last weeks, and that's why we are telling you, please be aware of it and don't trap into this case.
Absolutely.
Good.
Yeah.
Notable mentions, or category, what else happened during the week?
Yeah, so the Ethereum staking burn happened on Monday. This was the 6th DFI burn. 4.25 ETH were, from the staking rods were burnt. That's about 23,000.3 KDFI. And the liquidity mining pools with the new crypto pairs like Sui, DOT, and Solana, they are growing. I think last week they've been 25 million, now they're 30 million. We can see the APR slowly going down. APRs are still around 90%, still some nice gains to be made. And there was also a community deep dive with Vanilla Swap. This you can find it on Spotify. Then you can learn more about the project. So much about the notable mentions this year.
Cool. Then next point, also regular on our show, the good old community projects. And again, here we have a longer list. We are pretty active as a community.
Yeah, it's nice to see. The oldest but goldest, like we say, right? So there's the newsletter from Paddy in the market with a couple of topics. DeFiChain Labs, DeFiChain 4.00 beta 13 release. Okay, that's a little bit outdated. I think you cannot even keep up with the beta releases. Then we have a community X space. Then there was a X space for Vanilla Swap and DuckDAO. Check that out, German and English available. DeFiChain Analytics, our star here. DC had an update. There's now the possibility. Oh, you explain it, DC. It's your update. You explain it in your own words.
Very short. I'm now tracking also the future swaps and the amount of minted and burned dToken DUSD measured in US dollar. So you can follow over time how much DUSD were minted, how many are burned, and the overall sum. And the interesting thing is, it's more or less a zero sum. It's always around zero.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, it's really cool. Hey, your dashboard, what we do without the dashboard. DeFiChain Python reported in, they took some time to write a new guide. So if you want to know how you can use this DeFiChain Python library or toolbox, then there's a new guide. If you're interested in automating your addresses using just a few lines of Python, this is the perfect read for you. Check it out. DEX Trading Masters. We've mentioned the guys a couple of times already. Also the guys behind the DFIPs. The registration for the third DeFiChain Trading Masters is still open. So there are some mind-blowing prizes to be made. I'm sure the guys who participated in last time are going to be there again. But it would be nice to see even more participants in the third round. We're going to tell you what's going to happen in the future in this competition. Then DeFiChain votings. Michael had a website, DeFiChain-votings.com. He optimized it now. You can see now it's solved very visually if a proposal is accepted or turned down for all the CFPs and the DFIPs. Check it out. Link is in the show notes. Thanks, Michael, for the update here. Then DeFi.tax is also kind of an old project. It was a community project as well. It's also still alive. A lot of community members realized that the tool was no longer updated, but now the developers worked on it and is updated again. 2023 data is now available, and you can also track all your addresses. URL is in the show notes, dfe.tax. Check it out that you get the right address.
Yeah, really great to see that people still build around DeFiChain. And I'm pretty sure with MetaChain launch, we will run into a problem to give you an update over all projects because so many things are happening. Let's have a look. What's happening next, Mark? Future dates.
Future dates next week, Wednesday highlight news show like always. And then we've got finally a new rebuild show with a DeFi DEX trading team. I think we mentioned him about 25 times in the news show today alone. They're going to talk about a little bit about the DFIPs. So if you're interested and want to make up your mind if you want to vote for the DFIP, what I think is a great idea, then check that out. They've got a couple of new things to tell us, but I don't want to spoil all the news here. Check it out. Video is going to be live on Tuesday evening, German time, I think.
Yeah,
good.
Great for hosting it. I think you are doing it in your time zone.
Yeah, we're gonna record it early morning in Europe, my afternoon, and then we're gonna stream it in the evening. Yeah.
Cool. That's the end of today's news show. Thanks a lot for joining. Give us a like, help the channel to grow. If you are live, please put your questions in the chat here. Mark will answer it in a frozen form because he cannot change.
He's fantastic, actually. You know, I can poke my nose, I can scratch my ears, I can even get changed and run around.
Okay, I think that's enough for the official part. Thanks for joining. Hope to see you next week here live. Have a great time. See you soon, and bye-bye.
See you. Bye-bye. And you would not believe it, I'm still frozen. This is this is the freaking camera. Somebody wrote already. Lumpenrisiko wrote, it's thumbs up gesture software. I think it's the thumbs up. I tried thumbs down. It's not working. I thought it's maybe a heart symbol. I think it has something to do. It's called reactions, but it doesn't change anything. Okay, we're gonna make it happen.
You should Google it and learn how to disable it.
I tried DC. I didn't find it. I don't know. Okay. Cool. Okay, so we have a couple of greetings here. Welcome back, guys. Yeah, thanks a lot. Bastian is here. Christian is here. Und Lumpenrisiko. Let's see. Then we've got Expedition to Freedom. Yeah, we missed you already. Thanks for keeping up the show. Thanks for coming back, we have to say here. In the German chat, I wrote, don't show like to take
the thumbs up symbol.
The thumbs up is the problem. Yeah, I think so. It's really, it must have been that. Okay, then we've got No Doubt. No Doubt DSD. Thanks, Mark. Well explained. Greetings, Patrick. AK Mr. Swayze. Thumbs up. Yeah, the thumb up killed me. Very welcome. Frozen again. Yeah, see, that's a good point. My Coca-Cola is empty. Maybe this is the reason why I'm frozen. You see, no more questions. Let me ask you something. Did you enjoy the
show? A little bit. It's a little bit strange to talk to a picture of you. Very honestly, I like more if I see your reaction and not.
It's kind of weird, right? But I could do this even from the golf course or from anywhere else. Yo, I gonna do my homework. We're gonna sort this out. Otherwise, you have to host the show. That would be funny if it happens on your side the next time. DC, I think we are done for today.
Yes. Thanks for joining, everyone. And see you soon next week. Again, here on stage with the latest updates on DeFiChain project. Have a great time.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.